What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank. You know what I love about the internet age is that once you say it, it's there. There's no getting rid of it. There's no ability to say you didn't say it. Okay? You see, back before the internet, when people used to spread their propaganda, or when people took their mask off, or people said what they really felt versus what makes them money, right? They could, say, I didn't say that. This is your word against mine, right? And on the radio, if you didn't hear it at 7:30, guess what? You was never going to hear it, right? You would just hear somebody say that he said it. But could you really prove it? You couldn't prove it, could you, right? When TV, before TiVo, remember TiVo? Huh? That's where it all started. Before TiVo, if you weren't sitting down there to see what such and such had to say, guess what? You missed it. You better hope they rerun it sometime. You better hope it was popular enough to be ran, right? And so people used to be able to just say all manners of things and letting their lies or truth disappear in the ether, all right? Now, our old pimps, our old scammers, our old grifters grew up and operated in that environment, right? They operated on Windows 95, all right? And the problem is a lot of these grifters, these scammers, these pimps, right? They haven't upgraded their operational systems, right? Now we're in the age of Windows 11, Windows 12 on its way, right? Quantum computing and all kinds of, manners of new technologies that even people today barely know how to use. And they're still operating their scams and their techniques utilizing Windows 95, right? And then they forget that the tricks, right, of the past don't work no more. That's kind of what's happening now. All the scammers and grifters are being exposed because their analog tricks don't work in this digital age. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Hold on, let me drink my coffee. Folger's Silky Dark Roast. It's good. Okay? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to expose Tariq Nasheed with Tariq Nasheed. Because right now, he's found a financial honeypot of ignorant people who will give him money to be xenophobic and hateful. Now, does he believe the things that he says? No. You can tell because right now, he's trying to slightly pivot. Right? If you are a person who have the gift of gab, you understand the complexities of people utilizing their voice as a weapon, as a tool to manipulate people socially. You can hear the devil in those details by the way they communicate with their people, even the strategies that they use. Like with Tariq Nasheed and a lot of grifting ass piece of shit people do is they talk to people one by one because they can't handle complex conversation. That way they can turn the mic off. They can act like they're getting frustrated and cut them off the show, right? See, before on the radio, you used to be able to hang up on people. And how was they going to call back? Because when you call back, you had to connect to the person who was organizing the calls and get them on the line. You see, once you hung up on somebody, they were gone for good, right? So if they said something you didn't like, or they said something that undermined your overall message, you can eliminate them. And it was like an 8 or 10 second delay. That way, if they said something that suns you, you can make sure it never was said, and you can go ahead and cut the call. Pretend like, hello, where you at? Where'd you go? Right? All those analog tactics that don't work nowadays. Because when you come online and you say it, no matter if you delete it, somebody got it. You can never unsay what you say. And we can hear you say it just the way you said you meant it. And you can't take it back because you meant that shit when you said that shit. Right? So I'm going to play for you what this grifting ass Tariq Nasheed really believes. I'm about Africa. What he said about Africa, which this one clip will undermine the entire FBA by itself. One clip. And there's many of these clips. And here's the thing. Tariq Nasheed knows that his subscribers are stupid. He talks to them like they're stupid. He talks to them one by one. And if they sound too smart, he acts irritated, filibusters, reframes the argument, and quickly gets off the line with them because he can't stand anybody that sons him, which happens quite a bit. He thinks he's controlling the message. He thinks he's controlling the wave of intelligence coming in, destroying his narrative. But I'm going to use him, and he can't defend himself from himself. All right? He cannot defend himself from himself. All right? So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put the real Tariq Nasheed, and I'm going to show you what he really believes about Africa. And keep in mind, he's a grown man with experience. So when he said this, compared to where he is right now, there is absolutely no way anything fundamentally changed to affect him to the point where he's got to this point, other than the money, other than the visit from three-letter agencies that we all saw on TV. That's the only way. Because there's no way you can go from this to this. There's no way you're going to go from what you're about to see now to what you see now. I want all of you to tell me what you think in the comment section. All right? This is Afro Think Tank. Learn something. Teach something. I'm out.
Tanzania. I was over Tanzania. And, that's my first time going to that part of Africa. So I'm thinking about, people with malaria. And I'm like, hey, man, where are the kids with malaria so I can go, hug them or something? Where are the malaria people? Because when you think of Africa, you think of little sickly people. I'm looking at people all healthy and strong, and they looked at me like I was a damn fool. He's like, ain't nobody got no malaria. Yeah. He's like, brother, there's a tree right there. We can go crush the leaves, make a tea. We drink that. The malaria's gone in 3 days, brother. I'm like, wow.
What do you think about the presentation of Africa to African Americans?
See, we believe everything that the white supremacists tell us. They tell us that Africa is Tarzan. They got a new Tarzan movie out now, by the way. So everybody's walking around in grass thongs and naked and ashy and living in huts. And what's interesting about that, white people go over there living it up. Yeah. Man, they go over there vacationing, partying up. Every time I go to Africa, man, it's a plane full of white people over there. They got us scared to go, and they over there setting it off. Africa's beautiful, man. South Africa's beautiful. Yeah. Go to Zanzibar. Beautiful island right off the coast of Tanzania. It's beautiful over there, man. And the brothers and sisters are so open to us vibing with them and connecting with them.
How do they treat you as an American going over there?
Man, they love us over there. There's a myth that Africans don't like African Americans. Yeah. That myth comes from African immigrants coming over here and the white supremacists telling them, don't hook up with those black folks now. Hey. Because, whenever we talk about injustices, they always tell black people, hey, well, you don't like it, just go back to Africa. But every time we try to hook up, they sabotage it. Hey. Go back to Marcus Garvey. When we tried to hook up with Africa with Garvey, the FBI sabotaged that. Specifically, they sent in agents on Garvey. Back in the 70s, the Big New Brzezinski, they put out a paper saying we do not want Africans and African Americans hooking up at all. Because, there were a lot of African revolutions over there in the 60s and 70s, so people were fighting for their independence. Mugabe and all those people getting those white supremacists up out of there. So they didn't want us hooking up with that. When they did that Rumble in the Jungle with Ali and Don King, they didn't want that to happen. Yeah. But Muhammad Ali, and they wanted to go over there and link up with the people. That's why Muhammad Ali is a big icon. Right. That brother was on that Pan-African thing all the way back then. And even in the 90s, when Gaddafi, he was getting independence as far as economics. He's trying to get everybody on the gold standard over there. He was trying to hook up with African Americans through Minister Farrakhan. Gaddafi was going to give Minister Farrakhan $1 billion to help African Americans over here. It was Bill Clinton that came in and stopped that. You understand? So every time we try to link up with Africa, they throw a wrench in that. Yeah. So it's up to us to take that initiative and stop listening to what they tell us and realize that our brothers and sisters over there are very open to us. Mugabe, he's another one who said, hey, I want to hook up with African Americans. See, the thing is, Mugabe has taken control of his resources. He said, I'm getting these diamond mines back. Y'all not going to come over here and rape our resources and then leave us broke. We're taking control of everything. But then the white supremacists put trade sanctions on him and start talking about humanitarian issues, and he's a tyrant. But before him, Ian Smith, who was the prime minister of Rhodesia, that's what Zimbabwe was before it was Zimbabwe. I mean, that was an apartheid state. They were murdering and slaughtering the Africans over there, but they never said anything about humanitarian issues then. So we got to stop listening to them and start listening to each other.
That's why I'm so well known around the country. And I got a book, I'm one of the 5 pimps in history to actually have a book about the game. That's why I'm so well known around the country.
They'll try to say that my books was about pimping, and I've never written a book about pimping because I've never pimped anybody. I've never talked about doing that in any of my books or anything that I've done.
Man, I got a book, I'm one of the 5 pimps in history to actually have a book about the game. That's why I'm so well known around the country.
My books were just about dating and relationships.
You're not a player.
I'm a true Mac. There's a difference
What's
between a player, a Mac, and a pimp.
Okay.
And we have to differentiate between that. A player is a person who's sexually motivated. A pimp is a person who's financially motivated. But a Mac is a person who's knowledge and power motivated. And when you have knowledge and power, you have that option to get sex and money at your disposal. You feel me? I'm gonna take a quick second to address this clown. I come from FBA lineage. I stand 10 toes down. I meant what I meant, and I said what I said. I ain't taking advice from somebody who fled. Talking about our reparations claim, you sound lame. It sounds like you're just ashamed you got nothing from Spain. Instead of pocket watching us, pocket watch your home. Cause when things got rough there, your ass was gone. You pudgy little bastard, go eat you a salad. Sitting over there, looking like a broke DJ Khaled. I got something for you, like I'm your employer. I'm sprinkling truth like you sprinkle Goya. You ran from your homeland and fled with the quickness. Now do me a favor, stay out of FBA business.
I'm asking Tariq, Nasheed, and the organizers of the FBA rally, FBA reparations rally yesterday here in DC, what next? What is the plan of action?
Okay, baby, okay.
Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan!
Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.